According to the Los Angeles Times, on April 22, 2016, each year nations generate 1.3 billion tons of waste. This number is expected to soar to 4 billion tons by the year 2100. The United States is one of the world's leading trash generators. According to the Los Angeles Times, on April 22, 2016, the United States produces about 228 million tons of waste in 2006, a figure that climbed to 254 tons by 2013. China, whose population is about 4 times larger than the United States, is close behind with 190 million tons of waste per year. With the United States being responsible for such a large amount of waste, you would think that Americans would be aware of how much waste they are producing. However, most Americans are completely unaware of how much waste they are discarding. This is mostly due to cities and towns charging a flat fee for trash services. Since Americans are not charged based on the amount of waste they are generating, they are completely unaware of the impact that they have. While there are certainly numerous benefits to recycling, we will be covering the overall importance that recycling holds in our environment. We will also be discussing the negative effects that a lack of recycling has in both the United States and the world. The first step to understanding the importance of recycling is being informed on the harm it causes to the environment.
Logging operations, which provide the world's wood and paper products, also cut countless trees each year, which is one of the main contributors to deforestation. Deforestation will continue to spread without recycling, and according to National Geographic, 80% of Earth's land animals and plants live in forests, and many cannot survive the deforestation that destroys their homes. Therefore, countless species and ecosystems are at risk of being lost forever. While it may be easy to accept these trends of harm and easy to accept the reduction of biodiversity because the affecting factors are not something that you personally are contributing to, we cannot become complacent. For example, you have no influence over a logging company's decision to continue their deforestation habits. However, you do have a choice in what companies you buy from and what products you use, and in that ability to choose is power. The major players in the deforestation game are beauty product companies, furniture companies, and food companies. Western infatuation with beef, chocolate, and beauty products only further these efforts by these companies to continue their bad practice. In an article published by tree hugger Margaret Bedore in 2014, she blames in part an expanding middle class for the continuation of deforestation, and then describes the products that we in the West purchase that only facilitate the continuation of these practices. If we don't change our trajectory, we will continue down a path with less wildlife diversity, more food waste and deforestation, and less opportunity for economic and political success going forward. Understanding this problem only gets us halfway there. Understanding that we are contributing to the waste epidemic and understanding that later generations will inherit the environment we deplete is only useful if we plan on adapting and adjusting our behavior accordingly. So now that we have a grasp, we can talk solutions and remedies to the problem our children will inherit.
In order for changes to be made regarding improved recycling programs, both students and universities need to be more active in the creation of their programs, regardless of what is already required by the state. For instance, Tennessee only has 2 primary contributions to recycling laws in the United States. These both require regions or counties to provide at least 1 recycling site for things like tires, oils, batteries, and other things. The major solution to this is to start taking action by personally recycling daily and engaging with their university's recycling programs, as well as getting involved through student government and other programs. One question asked is potentially, how can I, just one person, change the policy of the university and make steps for creating more recycling policies? The answer to this is simple, and has been seen in many universities across America, including the American University. According to a list from thebestcolleges.org in 2016, the university plans to get there by increasing the methods it's already using, like composting all paper towels from restrooms on campus and all kitchen waste from 3 different dining areas. Bottled water and food trays are also getting the axe, cutting waste by at least 32%. Auto lubes are recycled, furniture is recycled or reused, and kitchen grease is recycled for electricity. Another reservation many might have is that they are unaware of how to truly get involved in changing their university's policies. The answer to this is also simple and can be answered by simply participating and searching for groups that are already involved with recycling programs. Learning about candidates in the student government that are also involved with green programs on campus is also a way to get involved and start change. The creation of recycling programs is crucial and the benefits are countless, but along with that there are many negatives that come from negligence.
If recycling is not implemented on a daily basis, there will be a rise in especially waste in landfills as well as greenhouse gases. This end result will show physical negative impacts on our environment. The February 16th, 2015 Mark Recycling article explains that on average, each person generates 4.38 pounds of waste per day. If all of that waste goes to the trash, multiply it by 7.125 billion people on Earth, that's 31.2 billion pounds of waste in landfills every single day. The impact of not recycling for one day will be the most noticeable on the planet as a whole. In addition to this, waste and landfill pileups also increase greenhouse gas emissions, as well as global warming. When paper is not recycled, around 80% of it ends up in landfills. Decomposition of paper in landfills produces a greenhouse gas called methane, which the April 11th, 2011 ScienceNews.com states has been identified by the EPA as one of the largest methane contributors. Not becoming more aware of our contribution to landfills, as well as our carbon footprint as a whole, which includes elements such as electricity consumption and car exhaust from cars, will only increase greenhouse gases, thus continuing global warming and its negative impacts. If we do not take the initiative to cut back on waste, landfills will continue to pile up and cause further negative impacts on our environment, such as air pollution, soil infertility, groundwater pollution, and overall human health. However, if recycling is implemented on a daily basis, it will not only positively affect the environment, but also the economy. Recycling has the potential to create a lot of jobs, such as recycling sectors, as well as where the recycling products and materials are being produced. The August 28, 2017 Northern California Compactors.net explains this sector is ripe with work opportunities for the middle class and those with limited education. Jobs in recycling are also known as green jobs due to the positive impacts on the environment. Green jobs are essential for the economy and have an equally significant hand in making our planet more sustainable. Becoming more aware of the negative impacts that will occur if recycling is not present, as well as the positive impacts that could occur if more recycling is done, implementing real solutions is the next step.
We must start becoming aware of the impacts recycling has on our Earth, and more specifically on our campus. We have to do something about this issue before it gets out of hand. While there are certainly numerous benefits to recycling, we have covered the overall importance that recycling holds for our environment, and we have also discussed the negative effects that a lack of recycling has in the U.S. and around the world. In order for changes to be made regarding improved recycling programs, students and universities as a whole need to be more active in the creation of their programs, regardless of prior state requirements. Students on campuses everywhere can help by just recycling one piece of trash they planned on throwing out. We must take small steps before we can move on to larger ones. Without pushing for stricter recycling measures, it is unlikely the planet we call home will continue to be sustainable to live on. I hope that you can now see how crucial of a component recycling is in ensuring a sustainable lifestyle for present and future generations. Pushing for action could open a new door of hope for preserving our environment despite the irreversible damage mankind has already caused.